Welcome back to the Graceful Aging Senior channel. If you're new here, this is where we explore natural, simple ways to stay healthy and feel youthful after 60. Now, let me ask you this. Have your nights been getting harder lately? Do you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep? Or do you sleep through the night but still feel tired during the day? If so, you're not alone. Many older adults struggle with exactly that. And today we're going to talk about one small fruit that might help more than you expect. Cherry, Section 1.1. Why sleep gets harder with age. Sleep is not the same at 65 as it was at 25. One of the biggest reasons, as we age, our body produces less melatonin. That's the natural hormone that tells your brain, it's time to rest. Melatonin usually increases at night when it gets dark. But after age 60, the signal gets weaker. It's like your internal sleep switch starts to flicker. At the same time, your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, begins to shift. You might feel sleepy earlier in the evening, but then wake up too early, sometimes at 3 or 4 in the morning, and can't fall back asleep. That's not just frustrating, it's exhausting. Section 1.2, the hidden toll of poor sleep. Now here's what most people don't realize. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you feeling tired. It affects almost every major system in your body. Your memory and focus suffer. You feel foggy. Your blood pressure and blood sugar can rise. Your immune system weakens, and your mood can shift. Anxiety and even mild depression become more common. And unlike younger adults who can bounce back from a bad night, older adults feel the impact more deeply. One or two rough nights can throw off your entire week. Section 1.3, your brain heals itself while you sleep. Here's something powerful. While you're sleeping, especially in deep sleep, your brain is cleaning itself. It clears out waste proteins, balances your neurotransmitters, and supports memory and mood. In short, your brain heals and resets during sleep. But when sleep is light, short, or interrupted, that healing doesn't happen. And over time, that can increase the risk of cognitive decline or memory issues. So for anyone over 60, sleep isn't optional. It's not just rest. It's part of how your body stays alive, sharp, and resilient. Section 1.4, why cherry makes sense for sleep after 60. Now let's connect the dots. If sleep is harder after 60 because of low melatonin, and cherry happens to be one of the only fruits that contains natural melatonin, then doesn't it make sense to turn to nature first? Cherry, especially tart cherry, is rich in melatonin, antioxidants, and compounds that help the body wind down naturally. And unlike sleeping pills, it doesn't cause dependency, drowsiness, or brain fog. It's gentle, natural, and surprisingly effective when you know how to use it right. In the next part, we'll look at exactly how cherry helps your sleep, what the science says, and how older adults have used it successfully. Section 1.5, the common mistakes that make sleep worse. Now let's talk about a few things that many older adults do without realizing they're making sleep even harder. One common mistake is drinking tea or coffee too late in the day. Even if it's just a small cup, caffeine can stay in your system for 6 to 8 hours. For someone over 60, that's enough to disturb the body's ability to fall asleep. Another is napping too long in the afternoon. A short nap, say 20 minutes, is helpful. But if you nap for an hour or more, especially late in the day, your body may not feel sleepy at bedtime. Some people also stay indoors all day, which limits their exposure to natural light. But light helps regulate your circadian rhythm. Without sunlight in the morning, your body doesn't know when to release melatonin later at night. And finally, relying too much on sleeping pills. They may help you fall asleep quickly, but over time, they can make natural sleep even harder and sometimes cause brain fog or imbalance. The good news, there are safer, more natural ways to help the body sleep better, and that's where food comes in. Section 1.6. Why food-based sleep support makes sense after 60. After the age of 60, the body responds best to gentle, consistent support, not force. That's why using food as a tool for better sleep makes so much sense. When you eat the right foods, especially those rich in melatonin, tryptophan, and antioxidants, you're helping the body sleep from the inside out. No chemicals, no side effects, just real nutrients that work with your biology, not against it. And of all the natural options available, cherry stands out. Painai asuate basic because it's not just delicious, it's one of the few foods that actually contains real plant-based melatonin, along with anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the nervous system and help the body shift into rest mode. That's why in the next section, we'll take a closer look at exactly how cherry works, what science says, and how it compares to other sleep aids. Section 1.7. Cherries contain natural melatonin. So here's what makes cherries truly special. Unlike most fruits, cherries, especially tart cherries, contain real natural melatonin. Not just compounds that help produce it, actual melatonin your body can absorb and use. This makes cherries one of the only plant-based sources of this sleep hormone. And the best part? Your body recognizes it. It's gentle. It works with your natural rhythm, not against it. So instead of forcing your brain to sleep like a pill would, cherries help your body remember how to fall asleep on its own. Section 1.8. They also support serotonin and tryptophan. But cherries don't stop at melatonin. They also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body make serotonin, a key chemical for feeling calm, relaxed, and happy. Serotonin helps regulate your mood during the day and later turns into melatonin at night. Many older adults don't produce enough serotonin, which makes them more anxious and less able to sleep well. Cherries offer a natural way to boost this process, gently supporting both mood and sleep. Section 1.9. Real studies show real results. This isn't just theory, there's research to back it up. In one study, older adults who drank tart cherry juice twice a day for 2 weeks, slept an average of 84 minutes longer each night, reported fewer nighttime awakenings, and felt more alert during the day. Another study found that tart cherry juice increased melatonin levels in the blood and improved sleep efficiency, meaning people not only slept longer, but slept better. That's powerful, especially considering how gentle and accessible cherry is compared to medications. Section 1.10. Cherry helps reduce inflammation and calm the nerves. Cherries are also rich in antioxidants like anthocyanins and quercetin. These compounds help reduce inflammation, calm the nervous system, and support the body's natural ability to relax. Chronic inflammation, even low-grade, can interfere with deep sleep. By reducing it, cherries may help your body ease into deeper, more restorative rest. It's like lowering the background noise so your brain can finally rest. Section 1.11. Why cherry works better than sleep pills. Here's the truth. Sleeping pills may knock you out, but they don't give you natural restorative sleep. And over time, many people become dependent on them. Cherry, on the other hand, works gradually and supports your own internal sleep systems. No drowsiness in the morning, no chemical hangover, no risk of addiction. It's not a quick fix, it's a smart, sustainable solution. And now that you know why cherry helps, let's look at how to actually eat it the right way to get these benefits. That's coming up next. Part 3, How to Eat Cherry for Better Sleep. Section 1.12, 1.16. Thoi Lung Divine Food. Section 112. When should you eat cherries? Timing matters. If you want cherry to help you sleep better, you need to eat it at the right time. The best time is about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Why? Because melatonin doesn't work instantly. Your body needs time to absorb it, move it into your bloodstream, and begin the sleep process naturally. So don't eat cherries 5 minutes before you lie down. Give it that gentle 1 to 2 hour window so your body can respond properly. Section 1.13. Which form of cherry is best? You've got options, and that's a good thing. Fresh cherries are delicious and full of nutrients. Tart cherry juice is the form that's been most studied for sleep. Dried cherries or frozen cherries also work, especially when fresh ones aren't in season. If you choose dried cherries, just make sure they're unsweetened. Added sugar can actually interfere with sleep, especially if eaten too close to bedtime. And one more tip, avoid cherry-flavored products. They're not the same. You want the real fruit, not the artificial version. Section 1.14. How much should you eat? You don't need a huge amount. Here's a general guide based on research. About 25 to 30 fresh cherries per day, or around 240 ml of tart cherry juice, divided into 2 servings, one in the morning, one in the evening. If you're using dried or frozen cherries, a small bowl, about 1/2 cup, is usually enough. And consistency is key. It's not about one big serving, it's about small, steady support over time. Section 1.15. Combine cherry with the right foods. To get even more benefit, try combining cherries with other gentle, sleep-friendly foods. For example, add cherries to a small bowl of oatmeal at night. Mix them with plain Greek yogurt, or pair with a few walnuts or almonds, which contain magnesium and healthy fats. These combos don't just taste great, they help calm the nervous system, support digestion, and encourage deeper sleep. Just avoid pairing cherries with heavy, sugary desserts, ice cream, or sweetened dairy. Too much sugar at night can spike insulin and actually wake you up. Section 1.16. Final tips and who should be careful. A quick word of caution. If you're living with diabetes, be mindful of portion sizes. Cherries contain natural sugars, and while they're healthier than sweets, they still count toward your daily intake. Also, if you're taking sleeping pills or medications that affect your nervous system, check with your doctor before adding cherry regularly to your diet, just to be safe. But for most older adults, cherries are a gentle, natural, and delicious way to support better sleep without relying on chemicals. So there you have it. Sleep doesn't have to get worse with age. Sometimes all it takes is a small change, like adding cherries to your daily routine. It's gentle, it's natural, and for many people over 60, it makes a real difference. If you found this video helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the Graceful Aging Senior channel for more natural health tips every week. Have you tried cherries for sleep before? Or do you have your own tips for better sleep and after 60? Let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, sleep well, stay strong, and keep aging gracefully.